All right, welcome back. Yesterday's video, which will go up tomorrow, because I'm doing a lot of recording back to back here. Um, this is going to be today's video. It's going to be Tuesdays. I'm going to try to do like several videos this week, but just for sake of argument, due to time and how it mystically works on YouTube, yesterday's video, episode one, was a red aggro versus a random generated deck, and it was a joke. I mean, that deck didn't stand a chance. So we're going to try something a little bit more different here. I've got another custom user deck on my opponent here today, giving him a better chance to fight against me. I'm going to continue on with a red aggro because, again, as I said yesterday, I love red. It is an awesome color. And yeah, mono red is probably not the wisest of choice in modern gameplay, but there's just not enough of it. And I think this really stands a chance. Um, just from the sample that I saw yesterday, looked like it could really cause some damage, but we're going to take it against some Bant Humans. If you're not familiar with Bant Humans, it's generally nothing but humans in the deck, and they usually do like a lot of counter generation, creating humans, and they just swarm you. So let's see what happens with the counter attack today. And looks like the AI cannot seem to play Tragic Arrogance from its deck. For each player, you choose from among the permanents that player controls an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker. Then each player sacrifices all other non-land permanents he or she controls. Costs 3 colorless and 2 white to get out, and is the only card in his deck that he can't play. So I'm going to say that this isn't really going to change the gameplay much, and it's going to be low chances that he's going to get it or play it. So we're going to just ignore that. If it had been like, say, 5 or 6 cards that he couldn't play, then I'd probably say, screw it, let's back out and try a different deck. But since that's the only card that he can't play, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll still get a good judgment on how well this red aggro modern deck can take on a Bant Humans modern deck. It's going to be my skill versus the AI's, which I hadn't changed the AI to the chaotic format yet. We're going to let it continue to play like reserved and normal as a normal person would, um, with no cheating. It's not going to try and cheat. So we'll see how well it goes again this time. And if it doesn't really play as well as I like it to, then we'll change it over to that chaotic style and see how well that goes in the future. Um, Looks like I did not win the coin toss, and Jaco, my opponent, the AI, is going to go first, and I'm going to go second. So let's take a look at our hand. Looks like we've got a mountain, lightning berserker, very fun, as that dash ability that I like to keep bringing it back into play. Plus, I can pump that thing. It only costs 1 mana to get it out, 1 mana to dash it, and 1 mana per +1/+0 until end of turn ability. So nice, nice, nice. And we got the incendiary flow. Oh, we got another lightning berserker. That's great. Do 2 of them per turn. Just keep throwing them down and bringing them back. Um, the Fallen Wrath Gorger. Each vampire creature card you own that isn't on the battlefield has madness. Oh, fun. The madness cost is equal to its mana cost. That could come in useful later, but uh, madness isn't really my thing. It's just fun to play with, but it's not my thing, so we probably not going to utilize that much in this game. Another mountain and the Goblin Glory Chaser, which we're already familiar with. I love this guy. He's going to come out this turn, and then hopefully next turn I can have him as a 2/2. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and keep my hand. and let him take the priority. He's got the Evolving Wild, so you know this, he can sacrifice it and bring out a land, but it comes into play tapped. So let's see if that's what he does, and he does. So he plays it, uses it, and drops a forest tapped, and that means he's going to end his turn because there's nothing else he can do. I'm going to play a mountain, and where's it at? Nope, cancel. Don't want to play that. Is that it? Yes. I want to play the Goblin Glory Chaser. Go ahead and tap that mountain, get it in play so that next turn we can hopefully have it as a 2/2. Now, let's see here. Nothing I can do. Let him end his turn. Oh, wow. So far, this Bant Humans deck is a 3-color deck. He's going to have blue, white, and green. I don't know which one's going to be the primary. Probably white, because white has more humans in it. But what is going to be the primary secondary color that he's going to be using? It's probably, by my guess, it would be like white, green with a little blue. But yeah, fun, fun. Hopefully he gets mana screwed. So I'm not liking this outcome already. Gonna go ahead and let him end his turn. I'm going to go ahead and drop my mountain. Wow, man, very sensitive. And what did I draw? A Fury Blade Vampire. Trample 1/2, and at the beginning of combat, on my turn, I can discard a card, and if I do, Fury Blade gets +3/+0 until end of turn. Nice. This could be a game changer right there. In the meantime, let's see what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to dash this guy in, and I'm going to do 3 damage to his face right now. Yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to dash that guy in, and I'm going to do 3 damage to his face right now. Because I can pump him for an extra 1, and at that same time, I can pump an extra mana into him just so that I can get that extra point of damage and do 3 on an Alpha Strike right now. Because Dash, if you didn't see prior, which I screwed it up on the last episode, I didn't get it out the way I wanted to. I didn't do the dash. I'm sorry. It really still bugs me. But we're going to do it right this time. So here's what we're going to do. Lightning Berserker, dash, yes, highlight, and hit OK. Now we're going to pay its mana cost and hit OK. And then we're going to select this guy and pay its mana cost and hit OK. And now he's a +2/+1. And now we're going to go into our attack phase, and we're going to go boop, boop, and do 3 damage to his dome. Come on. Can't do anything about it, and now my guy's renowned. So next turn, if he still can't do anything about it, he's going to have 4 damage to his dome. And if I get another extra mana, that's 5 damage to his dome. We're going to make this game quick if this game keeps going this way. So that is now complete. We're going to clean this up and bring that Berserker right back to my hand, and he's got another Evolving Wilds. Wow. 2 of them in his hand, itching to get that Plains out. Now he's got 2 mana on the field, 3 different variants of white, blue, and green. We'll see what he can do with that this turn. And looks like he's got the Duskwatch Recruiter. So, look at the top 3 cards of his library. He can reveal a creature card from among them and put it into his hand, and then put the rest at the bottom of his library in any order. And at the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast in the last turn, he can transform this guy. And what happens is, when he does, he becomes the Werewolf 3/3. At the beginning of each upkeep, if player casts 2 or more spells the last turn, he transforms back into that 2/2 human, which has the ability that he wants. The creature spells that he casts cost 1 less to cast is decent, but this look at the top of your library is a much more decent. So he's probably going to want to keep the Recruiter in play over the Howler, but either one can still cause problems. You know, bringing in cheaper creatures with a 3/3 on the field, especially when he's got green in his deck, can become a huge issue for us later on down the road. So we're going to go ahead and let that follow through because there's nothing we can do about it. And let him end his turn. All right. So 2 mana on the field, now 3. What we have in our hand here, we've got the Lightning Berserker, the Fury Blade, another Lightning Berserker, the Incendiary Flow, the Gorger, and another mountain that we can bring out next turn. So here's how we're going to play this. Being that that is a 2/2, I'm going to say that he's going to want to keep his defender. He's not going to want to block any attacks that I do. So if I come at him with an Alpha Strike right now, he's going to take it to the dome. And then I'll have that Lightning Berserker right back in my hand. So we're going to do the same strategies we did before. We're going to do the Lightning Berserker, dash. Remember that, not this. Do the dash, because we want it to come back. And hit OK. Pay the cost. And there we go, hit OK. And now we're going to pump it, 1 and 2. So that it's a 3/1. No, it didn't do it. Call back. No, I can't do the ability just yet, so do that. No, it didn't do it. It really screwed up my attack. It really screwed up my attack. But you know what? I think he's still going to take the 2 to the dome. See, again, the way it was last turn. One misclick can seriously mess you up in this game. Don't get ahead of yourself with playing these games. Yes, they're fun, but they're nothing like playing Magic the Gathering on a tabletop with real physical cards, because when you play a card, you know what you're doing, you know what you mean to do, you know what you're saying you're doing, and it happens. But whatever you mean, whatever you want to happen in these computer games, if you misclick in even the slightest, if you don't click things in the right order, the right way, the first time, there's no going back. There is no going back. Like, I would have had a full Alpha Strike, 5 points of damage to his dome this turn, but because of one little misclick, actually 2 misclicks, because I didn't get my other attacker in, I only got 2 points of damage on him. He's still coming back to my hand, so I can try again next turn if he doesn't pull something bigger out of his ass. But, yeah, let's not do that again. All right, so we're gonna hit OK, and my Berserker's gonna come back to my hand and it's gonna go back to his turn. Yeah, here we are, the Reflector Mage, this thing. So what this thing is when it enters the battlefield, he gets to return a creature that I control back to my hand. And then I can't cast spells with the same name as that creature until my next turn. So he's going to send this uh, Goblin Glory Chaser back to my hand, is what's going to happen. And I'm going to lose my renown. It's going to go back to being 1/1. So, on top of which, insult to injury, I don't get to bring it out next turn. It's going to screw with my strategy. This is where these humans can become downright bastards. So, nothing I can do about that. He's going to bring it into play, and there it is. He's sending it back to my hand, and priority goes back to him. He's going to come over and do 2 damage to my face. 20 damage is what I can take, and he's going to bring me down to 18 now. There it is. You see it? I'm now down to 18. And, yeah, priority's back to me. 3 mana on the field, and he's just starting to smash me. These humans, man. These humans. And then there's this thing that's been sitting, he's going to keep it off to the side and use it as just a distraction. He doesn't, ugh. I mean, I think, is that what that is? No, what is that? Why is that? That's over there and over there. Why is... Oh, so Forge is reminding me with this little card over here. If you look over there in the upper right-hand corner, it's a reminder. This is a reminder to me that I can't select that goblin and play it next turn. It'll go away hopefully next turn. I think that's what it is. And then it'll let me know that I can play that goblin. Like if I try to play this goblin right now, it's not letting me. See? I'm selecting it and it just goes to my hand. I can select any other card, but cancel. But if I select that one, it just goes straight to my hand. He's not letting me play that because of that card. So let's go into my hand. We got the Incendiary Overflow. That might be something we'll have to play this turn. But first things first, we're going to get this mountain into play. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going... here's my options. So I can do 3 damage to that creature and get it off the field. Because that 2/3 is a good defender to have right now, early game. Or I can get out my Fury Blade right now. Because if I get my Fury Blade out, and I get this Falcon Wrath Gorger out, no, I'd do the Falcon Wrath Gorger first. And then I could do the Fury Blade and do it for Madness. But I don't like this whole Madness thing. It's not my style of gameplay, and that's what this thing seems to work with. So I'm not sure if that's the way I want to do that. But what I do think I am going to do, I'm going to play this Incendiary Flow. Because I can do 3 damage to that creature right now. So we're going to do that. We're going to play the Incendiary Flow, tap the 2 mana. Incendiary Flow. Oh, I got to target first. Okay, I see. Incendiary Flow, 3 damage to that, tap the 2 mana, and hit OK. Bam, gone. Not going to have to worry about that now. Then we're going to do the Lightning Berserker for the dash cost. Dash. Remember, dash. So do the dash, and then we're going to play that 1 mana cost. Okay. Now let's not misclick. Okay. Click the Lightning Berserker. We're going to click 1 mana, hit OK. And then we're going to hit OK again to go into the attack phase. Because that's where I messed up before. I hit OK twice, and it just skipped right over all that. I couldn't keep pumping them up. So, Alpha Strike, and do 2 damage to his face, hit OK, and let the priority go back to him after I take that back to my hand. He's now starting to comparatively compete with me on mana. He's got the mana, plus he's got this Duskwatch, he's got this Recruiter that could transform and cause me problems, or he can start revealing creatures to put into his hand. So hopefully he doesn't get that thing transformed. I really would not like that right now. Let him do his thing. He's just going to attack for 2, it looks like, and he's going to play a card. Good. Good. He's not transforming that today. That Lambbolt Pacifist. He can't attack unless he controls a creature with a power of 4 or greater, so it's not going to be able to attack. And at the beginning of upkeep, if no spells were cast, it transforms into a 4/4. Yeah. This is why green is Such a pain in the ass for us red mages. Because no matter how big of a fireball we throw down, they always have something bigger. And now they're starting to grow. Let's see how we can fare on taking this thing out before it becomes a problem. Oh no, he's doing another one. He's got more to throw down, and here it goes. Here it is, the human soldier here. When it enters the battlefield, he can put a +1/+1 counter on each other human he controls. Now, here's the thing. That's a human, and that's a human. Okay? They're going to now have +1/+1 counters on them. Yeah, Bant Humans. This is where Bant Humans starts to become a pain in the ass, because now that when he pulls out these other humans, they all work together and they all buff each other up, and then they start making an army that you can't do anything about. So now I'm going to have to play Red Mage tactics here. Here's what's going to have to happen. He's at 13, I'm at 16. This is where the game is going to get sketchy, and I'm going to have to start throwing damage to his face. Because if I don't, then I'm screwed. He's going to swarm me with an army that I can't do anything about unless I double up on spells to destroy certain creatures. Because he's about to be out of that 3 point of damage range for me to kill these things off. So I'm going to have to let that go through. Is he playing another one? No, that's the counters. So that's counter on each of those. That's now a 3/3 and a 4/4 plus his 1/1, a lieutenant. This thing here, this lieutenant, is going to become a pain in the ass, because every time that another human enters the control, now that it's in play, this lieutenant can get a +1/+1 counter. So now it's going to start growing. He already grew the other two over here. He's gotten these guys, that's a 4/4 and that's a 3/3 now. He's not going to give out any more counters. But now any more humans that he plays, that's going to go to a 1/1, then a 2/2, then a 3/3, then a 4/4, and my nightmare. And we need to handle this stuff right now. So let's start getting this stuff out of the way. Okay, I got another mountain. That's good. Let's see how we can tackle this. So here's what we've got in our hand. We have the Lightning Berserkers. They're good for quick and dirty, fast hits. But he can stop these hits. We could, however, use them to try and destroy a creature, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling that. What I am feeling is a little bit of strategic gameplay, that we will use the incendiary flow to do so. So here's how I'm going to play this. Let's see how he does this. I'm not ready for those yet. So, yeah. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do... Yeah, I'm going to have to do it this way. This is the only way I can get this pulled off. I'm going to have to do a Lightning Berserker. We're going to do its dash cost, because I want it to come back to my hand. Okay, the 1 mana, there we go. And there we go, comes into play, has haste. And... You can do this one of two ways, which either way is going to work. Yeah. So here's how we're going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to hit... Okay. I'm going to declare my attacker. It's going to be the Lightning Berserker. Only creature I have on the field. And I'm going to attack. He's going to block with the Pacifist. Good. So now I'm going to Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do a pump up of 1, and hit OK. Do a pump up of 2 and hit OK. Do a pump up of 3 and hit OK. And it didn't kill it. It didn't kill it. I did 4 points of damage to that thing and it didn't kill it. Did it just misclick and skip over again? Yeah, I think it did. I think it did. And he's bringing out another human, which is gonna. Oh no. Oh no. See, Bant Humans. Wow. This modern style of deck play. A mono red deck. Doesn't stand a chance against this. Doesn't stand a chance. Here's what's gonna. This guy is gonna come into play. Then that lieutenant he has already on the field is going to become a 2/2. The other ones, the werewolves, are going to become a 5/5 and a 4/4. On top of which, because this lieutenant's ability, another human enters the field, it's now going to get an extra +1/+1 counter. So that's going to become a 3/3. So he's going to have a 1/1, a 3/3, a 5/5, and a 4/4 on the field. See the army? See the army. It's growing. It's coming to me. 13 to 16, and wow. You can't win them all, folks. I'm going to call it here. He's about to stomp my ass. Unless the next few cards that I draw are extremely helpful and powerful, this army is about to flow right over and kick my ass. So let it go. Here goes the counters. 5/5, 4/4, 2/2. Here goes another counter. 3/3. Oh no, collective company. He's gonna do it. He's using his abilities. And 6 cards. Oh god. So he's gonna look at the top 6 cards of his library. And he found 2 creatures. He's showing them to me. The Lambolt Pacifist and Tireless Tracker. He picked those cards. And now they come into play. Oh no! Hey, here we go. So more counters, more counters, more counters, more counters. All right. So now we have a 4/4, a 5/5, a 5/5, a 3/3, a 3/2, and a 3/3. Wow. I'm envious of this. I like this Bant Humans deck already. This is amazing. I think next episode I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'm gonna choose Red Aggro as my opponent because this poor guy, this poor deck is not. It's not gonna stand a chance against this Bant Humans. But next episode, I think we're gonna do the Bant Humans, and then maybe we'll take it against something equally powerful. I'll leave that as a surprise, and see if we can't kick some ass with it. Because you can't win them all, but it's nice to win, and I don't think I'm winning today. So let him do his thing. He's about to do 14 points of damage. Now you notice I have 16 points. The only reason why I'm not dead right now is because the other 3 have summoning sickness. So, ouch. That hurt. And now I'm down to 2 points, and it's my turn. So we're gonna go down kicking and screaming, because I'm not playing it this way. So here's what we've got: Fiery Temper, and I think Incendiary Flow is what's gonna happen here. So I have 2 choices. I can just throw this at his face, and you know, call it a day. Or I can take out a couple of these creatures because, you know, you can't just piss off a Reg Mage and not expect to get a few losses. So I can do 6 points of damage, and I can either do that to like one creature or two creatures. So what I think I'm going to do, we're going to do the Fiery Temper, because, you know, that's the way it is. And we're going to select this Fiery Temper, and I believe we're going to take out this Lieutenant here. We're going to take out this Lieutenant because these things are bastards, and I don't like him. I don't like his face, so I'm going to kick it in. Fire Temper says goodbye. And then for my second, let us do the Pacifist, because that's the one that just came in and caused all these problems. That's the one that just really ended the game for me. I'm going to auto that up, pay the rest of the cost, and get rid of that guy. And now there's nothing else I can do except accept my fate. And there it is. Really? You know you're going to kick my ass, but yet you want to look at the top 3 cards of your library and do this? Oh my god. Twice? Really? Oh, and you found another pacifist. How great for you. And because of the pacifist and because of the tracker. Oh god. Begin combat. And I have no blockers. And I lost the match. Yeah, like I said, you can't win them all. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Lesson learned, don't take red aggro against an army of humans, especially when they're backed up by a green mage. You know, that Bant Human style, though, we've got to see a good insight on how an opponent can play that against you and how you should defend yourself against it. I just didn't really have enough direct damage to start whittling down his army immediately, and I should have played a little quicker in the beginning. Utilized that the vampire combo that I had there that might have helped a little, but when he pulled that goblin out of play, I knew that was the beginning of my downfall. It was going to start mucking up my strategy, and it was kind of downhill from there. But you learn, you know. That's what Magic the Gathering's all about. You can't win every match. If you've seen my pilot series, I didn't win any of them. But you know, we're going to get him next turn. In fact, we're going to use his deck next turn. And still, I'm not going to give him red aggro because I don't want to like seem cheap and just know that, you know, he stomped my ass, so now I'm going to flip it. I'm going to stomp his ass. No. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find a nice equally powerful deck to take these Bant Humans with and see if he can't kick my butt again, or if I'm going to stomp him with the Bant Humans. And then maybe Bant Humans will be our thing to play for a little while until we get stomped. And whatever we get stomped by, maybe that's what we'll use. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Leave me some comments. Tell me what you think we should do. And if you even have a deck strategy that you'd like me to test on my channel and put it into play here on Forge and see how it fares against some of these opponent decks, let me know. I'm always willing to lend a hand and help you with your strategies as well. That's what Magic's all about. You know, you can't just keep all your strategies to yourself. You've got to let them out and fly a little bit and see what other people think, because they might be able to offer you input on how to fine tune your strategies. And that we're going to call for today. And I will go ahead and pull these two episodes up. I'm going to post previous episode up on Monday. This episode's going to go up on Tuesday, and I'm going to have future episodes coming out on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this whole week. I don't think they're all going to be Forge for Android. I might mix it up this week with some other things. I don't know. We'll see how my schedule goes because this isn't my only job. Uh, as much as I want this to be my job, I just don't have enough standing here on YouTube right now. I think what I'm going to end up doing is trying to work around what schedule I've got with my existing job and see if that works for me to do some evening records on Monday and Tuesdays to get future episodes because I want to put out content for you guys every day, but that just can't happen right now. Especially when this isn't the only series that I want to put up. I also am interested in putting up some Minecraft and some other Steam games that I have in my collection because I got a collection of like 80, 90 games in my Steam account that I would love to start streaming for you guys. But again, time schedule constraints, which is why it's taken me so long to build this process. I only have so much time during the day to fiddle with getting the settings just right on my PC. And I don't want to put out videos for you guys unless I have the best quality and the best content that I can provide. You know, I'm not going to just slap some things together and call it a video and say, here you go, enjoy it. You know, that's not fun. It's got to be entertaining and it's got to be, you know, decent, if not great quality to watch, because that's what makes a good YouTube video. And if you have some suggestions, if you have some interests, let me know. I'm always willing to give some games a try and do things that may appeal for you guys. Uh, might not always be exactly what I'm looking for, but I am willing to give it a shot. Till the next time, I will see you guys on the next episode and talk to you guys later.